and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Hello Adrian Mutsays is around, Paul Hayward is around, Tina Beard is around, Sebastian's around. Hi guys, Clive Finnemore, I think he's running as well. Hi gang, we are back. We've had our week in Paris, what an awesome week it was. And we are back to take the final tour of Watopia in. It's raining in Berlin, says Sebastian. Anthony Anderson says, good evening, Stephen, Tina, and everyone I know. Victoria, who is in the house, says, hello all. I wish I was running today, but have brought home a virus. Yeah, Victoria is not 100% today. She's coughing and sneezing. So she is not able to join us tonight. I'm thinking of going at 9 kph as well. I need a nice, relaxing, easy, slow one tonight. So I'm quite happy to start at 9 kph. Brain Squished, hello there, buddy. Olaf says, how do you do, folks? or how do, folks? Definitely sub 10, Tina, so 9 sounds good. Yeah, 9 for me as well. I think just ease our way back in. And 5 seconds to go, so we better get up to speed. It's a nice short one. We're only doing, what are we doing? 6 point something kilometres? Is it 6.5, 6.7? I'm not entirely sure what it is that we're doing, but no change there then. Right. Marcus Holmes is travelling back from Paris now, so he will be either in the air or stuck at an airport somewhere. Sarah Jacobson is still in Europe. They are in Brussels watching Paris-Roubaix cycling. Clive Finnemore has made it. Paul Hayward is not running at 9 kph. He is at incline level 9 because he's pressed the wrong button. So we're off and running on our... Oh, it's 6.9. So nearly 7k. So we'll be here for a good 45 minutes. So we can chat about whatever you like. How's your week been? Have you had a good one? If you've got any questions about our week, we had a fabulous week. It was really, really good. Great time with the Zwift gang. And then we had some family time from Monday through Thursday. Clive Finnemore says, welcome back, Harris Marathon runners. I would like to do the Harris Marathon. Do you get tweed at the end? Do you get given tweed at the end? By the way, yeah, Brain Squished, who is Olaf, did a sub 4-hour marathon in Paris. His first one. So amazing. Well done to Olaf. Great to meet Olaf as well. And nice to meet our new friend Jeremy Carey as well, who I hope will join us for some runs. Jeremy just contacted us on the first night that we were in Paris and said he was in Paris as well. He's a Zwift runner. Could he come and meet us? So we invited him along to our meal, on our second meal on the day of the marathon in the evening. So that was nice to meet Jeremy. Brilliant to meet Emily as well, and Ian Balshaw. And you might know Emily, she does run with us fairly regularly. Well done to them on their marathon result. Great work. Tina says you can chat about whatever you like, but there's only one subject today. I have no idea what you're talking about. Victoria says, Tina, are you still suffering from your virus? Clive says he's got a garden suntan, which is what I'm hoping I've got as well today. I spent a lot of time sitting in the sun in the garden this afternoon. Very nice indeed. Went out for a run this morning and then basically have done nothing all day. A little bit of hoovering and tidied the lounge, and then have sat in the garden enjoying the sunshine for most of the afternoon. It's been very nice indeed, because we've been fairly hectic for the past few days. I think we've walked, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, we probably walked at least 10 miles a day for each of those days. Amy Green says, good evening. Hello, Amy. Hope you're okay. Nice to have you with us. Yeah, Victoria's a little bit worried because she does have another marathon next weekend, or next Monday week. So she just needs to get that virus out of her system before she runs Boston. Paul Hayward says hoovered the garden. I didn't hoover the garden, I hoovered the lounge and the hallway, but to be honest, we could hoover the garden. It would be absolutely fine. So, nice, easy, sedate pace. Oh, camera angles, hang on. I did set camera angles up and then I paused them because I was doing something else. So, okay, camera angles back on. So it is really warm in shed quarters tonight. Sorry, it's really warm in shed 255 quarters tonight. It's been renamed. I don't know who renamed it. It was just here when I arrived. The new name. Shed 255 quarters. Anyway, it's 23.4 degrees Celsius inside shed 255 quarters here, so it's pretty warm. So I might have to put the fan on in a little while. We've got 6 kilometres to go. Paul Hayward says, I've become addicted to stage 5. It's my 6th or 7th go at it. So Paul's been doing stage 5 every day this week by the sounds of it. Sebastian is the main sweeper in his house, a main vacuum cleaner, he says. Tina says, just in case you hadn't noticed, sub 3 Steve is in the house. I would like it known I am no longer sub 3 Steve. Oh, I am. Never mind. Amy Green says, I've hardly run the past couple of weeks, feeling so lazy. Always good to have a bit of laziness. Clive Finnemore reckons it doesn't have, or is that Tina? Doesn't have the same ring. Tina says it doesn't have the same ring. 255, Steve. Yeah, but if somebody says to me, now, right, how did I phrase this? I can't remember now. But it's like I don't want people to think now that I'm just merely a sub 3 runner, because that suggests like 259. You know. Now, I mean, we've gone past that now. You know. We're talking at least 4 minutes quicker than that now. So we've got to find a new name. I know. But look, I've got... Right, Tina, you said I've got a week of this, okay? So, I'm using it. I've got until Sunday. I believe I have until Sunday to continue being a running snob. So I'm going to use that time so we're just crossing over the bridge now in Watopia. Oh, Tina wants to know, have I cleared it with Paul Deering? Tina, I don't need to clear it with Deering because you're in charge. Take some responsibility. You're in charge now. Deering's got nothing on you. He merely collects the money. He's not the boss. Heather Says, good evening all. Sorry you're not well, Victoria. Hope you're feeling better soon. It was an absolute delight and a pleasure to meet Heather and Sebastian at the weekend. Fabulous run by both of them as well. Even though Heather got a very odd chip time result. Heather, have you had it sorted out yet? And Heather came back from Paris with COVID, unfortunately. Amy says, I'm at the in-laws, so I've got to sort the girls out. Catch up with you all soon. Amy, take care. Just enjoy having a bit of time off. Don't stress about getting back to running. It's absolutely fine. See you later, Amy. Olaf says, I'm signing up for Paris 2024. Not the Olympics, but I'll be there going for sub 3:45, and we will be there with you. I'll be there with you, Olaf. Hey, I definitely will not be going for a fast time in Paris next year. So if you want me to pace you at 3:45, that'd be awesome. And maybe Victoria would run with us as well. John Farrell did stage 5 earlier, didn't realise we were back today. Yeah, we're back today. We arrived back home last night at around 10 p.m. So it was too late to do a live stream last night. But we had a good sleep, a nice lazy day today, and then came and did this stream this evening. Sorry, my brain just went befuddled then for a minute. Yeah, Olaf, I'm quite happy to do that next year. Like I say, I won't be trying for under 3 hours next year. Be quite happy to run with somebody. Right, Heather says, I love your priorities, but I've forgotten what I said. I don't know what I said. Tina says she's barely run since her half. Just doing what I feel like. Yeah, well, that's fine. You haven't been well, Tina. So, Heather has got her time all sorted out. So, yeah, it was a bit strange because if you don't know what happened, myself and Sebastian, French Sebastian, Heather's husband, not German Sebastian, was standing at the finish line, tracking Heather on the mobile app, waiting for her to cross the line. We knew that she would be the next one in. No, we didn't. Olaf was the next one in, but anyway. So we were waiting for them to arrive. And it looked like on the app that Heather was going to finish under 4 hours, and we thought that would be an amazing time, really good. So we're standing there waiting for Heather to arrive, and she didn't turn up, and we waited ages and ages and ages, and Olaf arrived, and then eventually Heather turns up. But it still looks like on the app that she's finished in 3:58, and we thought she'd just taken ages to walk up to meet us. Anyway, Heather says, no, I finished in 4:20. And we said, no, you finished in 3:58. It says here on the app. And she showed us her watch, and it said 4:20. And she was most distraught because she was saying, oh, I'd done a really good time, 4:20. You know, she was really pleased with 4:20. And she thought we would be disappointed that she'd done 4:20 because we thought she'd done 3:58. Anyway, I mean, she's got it sorted out now. So, yeah, she did do 4:20, which is a brilliant time. Well done, Heather. Fantastic. And well done, Olaf. And well done, Sebastian. And also well done to Emily and to Ian. Fantastic running. Marcus as well, of course, who finished in 3:03, so just missed out on 3 hours. But he hadn't been feeling great either before the marathon. And of course, Victoria and Sarah, who came in around 4:30, 4:38, something like that. Because Sarah hadn't been feeling well either. So quite a few people had been suffering with a bit of illness, not feeling great. So it was really well done to everyone to get round, given what had been going on. Christoph, good evening to you. Right, now Heather's got umbrage because I'm saying she took ages and ages and ages to arrive. Well, given the fact that we thought you were going to come in like 3:58, and it seemed to take longer for you to get through the t-shirts and the medals and all that stuff to get to us, because people seemed to be coming quicker than that, and it seemed to take you a long time. But of course it was because you hadn't actually finished. Right, hang on, Heather. Is it spelled? No, it is spelled Sebastian, isn't it? Yeah. So Heather's starting to feel a bit better. Tina's feeling a little bit better. Victoria is still not great. Tina says, Heather, you were amazing. Yeah, she was. It was brilliant. Really good run. Also considering, Heather kind of secretly made out that she was going to be really slow. You know, and I'm thinking, she means like 5 hours, which would be absolutely fine. So to come in 4:20 is brilliant. I mean, I just think everyone did really, really well. And it was funny watching on the app, watching Emily deliberately try and beat her boyfriend, husband, boyfriend, father, goodness sake, beat her dad. Victoria says, it took me ages to get from the finish line to the meeting point because of all the ginger cake. Yeah, Victoria started eating ginger cake from about mile 20, I think, to the end. Olaf says, is Paris the biggest marathon now? 51,000 finishers. Well, I'm not sure. The only one that comes close is New York. So the question is, exactly how many finishers were there in New York last year? Let's ask Google. Hey Google, how many people finished the New York Marathon in 2022? Let's see what it says. 47,839 people. Hey Google, stop. 47,839 people finished New York City Marathon last year. This year we had just over 50,000, just under 51,000 finishers, which I think does make Paris the biggest marathon in the world in terms of numbers of finishers. Am I right? Does somebody else want to do some checking on that? Because that seems to be the case, doesn't it? Amazing. 51,000 finishers of the Paris Marathon this year. Incredible. We are still getting our double XP, by the way, for Tour of Watopia, but this is the last stage now. It finishes, I think it finishes this weekend, or is there must be a makeup week as well. So next week I think we must do a makeup week where you can do any of the stages again, any of the 5 stages. 4K to go. Yeah, Victoria says she loved the new route this year. Yeah, so in previous years, it's been slightly different. So this year it was different at the beginning and it was different at the end. The beginning was different because this year they routed us actually through the grounds of the Louvre Museum. So you got to see the big pyramid entrance to the Louvre, which is very iconic. So we saw that. So that was different. And then the end was different this year. Rather than spending so long running through the park, at the end we came back out into the city quite early on. And the last 2 or 3k was spent running through the crowds in the city, which was great, really good. Okay, 2017, New York had 54,000 finishers. Yeah, so I mean, you know, New York arguably is still the biggest marathon in the world, but in terms of finisher numbers, Paris has more finishers this year than New York did last year. Yeah, Victoria says we saw that, as in, I didn't see it. I was far too concentrated on my run, and I didn't actually see the Louvre pyramid. Neither did who else didn't? Somebody else told me that they didn't see it as well. I can't remember who it was now, but somebody else, maybe it was Marcus, didn't see the pyramid either, but we definitely went past it because Victoria definitely saw it and it's on her video. So right now Sebastian's checking all the years. 53,600 finished in 2019 in the New York Marathon. Heather remembers that in the disco tunnel they played Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody, which cheered lots of people up. It was quite a hot tunnel, that long tunnel. Oh no, there was the disco tunnel. The disco tunnel wasn't the long tunnel, was it? So there are quite a few tunnels in the Paris Marathon. The first one is very long. The second one is the disco tunnel. It's not quite as long, but it had a DJ playing in it. Yeah, Heather also really enjoyed the end of the marathon. Heather has done the Paris Marathon before 2 or 3 times, and she definitely thought the end was better this year. I have released on the Film My Run channel a video just talking through my marathon experience. So if you want to watch that, rather than listen to me waffle on about it on here, I mean, I can waffle on about it on here, but I know you don't want to hear me just go on and on. So if you are interested in how my Paris Marathon went, there is now a video on the Film My Run channel with me just talking through it. Victoria didn't hear Whitney Houston in the disco tunnel. Christoph has already seen the video, so he says thanks for that, no problem. Thank you for watching. And we are now halfway through our Tour of Watopia Stage 5. Sorry, Tour of Watopia Stage 255. Is everybody feeling happy this Easter weekend? Happy Easter, by the way, everybody. I hope you've had some chocolate already, or you've got some chocolate lined up for Sunday. I'm really hoping that Victoria has bought me a nice big chocolate Easter egg. Paul Hayward's already eaten his chocolate. Somebody say 2:55. No, apparently not, no. Did somebody say 2:55? No, says Tina. Nobody mentioned it. Nobody said a word. So yeah, let's just talk about the training months, the 3 training months, and the marathon weekend meetup, because we would like to do it again. The question is, which marathon do we do, or do we do like a weekend where there's a 5k, a 10k, a half, and a marathon, so that we can invite more people who maybe wouldn't want to do a marathon, but they'd be quite happy doing a 10k or something. Marcus and myself were talking about it on our run yesterday, that it would be really, really good to do it again. And it's a really good time of year to do it. So you start training in January, and we do that training block, that 3-month training block through January, February and March, ending with the event in April or May, if we could do May, I suppose. So I'd like your thoughts. I mean, I really love meeting everyone, and it's such a pleasure to meet you guys in real life. You know, meeting Heather and Sebastian was awesome. Sarah I've met before, but and Marcus met before. Great people, really enjoyed their company, had a really good time. It was great to meet Olaf for the first time. It was great to meet Jeremy, and everyone else, and Emily and Ian that we met. Really fun people, and really good to meet the faces of the people that we see running in Zwift every week. Leafon, hello. How are you? So, we really want to do it for the 3rd time next year, but it would be nice, I think, to do something different from the Paris Marathon. We will be at the Paris Marathon again next year, myself and Victoria, and Olaf is going again next year. So it'd be really good to see you guys. Jason, I think, is going next year as well. Jason really enjoyed it, and it was good to see Jason again. Obviously, I've met Jason before. But yeah, so there will definitely be myself and Victoria, Olaf and Jason at the Paris Marathon again next year. So you're more than welcome to come and join us for that. But the actual training sessions and the main event might be something different. If you guys have any ideas, then please drop me a line, email or messenger or wherever you like. If you've got any ideas about what would be a good one to do, something that we could invite everyone to, and people could do a 5k, 10k, half if they wanted to. Yeah, Heather says it would be lovely to meet up again next year somewhere. Rotterdam Marathon is Christoph's idea. Offers different options. Thank you. He says he'll let me know. So perhaps Rotterdam is an idea. Christoph's going to have a little look. So if you are watching and you would like to come and do a meet-up with other running Zwifters next year, around about this time next year, with a set of training runs from January through March, then do suggest it, do come up with ideas, let us know what you think, and we'll try and make it happen. Leifon has just said, what was your marathon result, Stephen? Well, there's a question nobody's asked. What was my marathon result? Leifon, I was going for under 3 hours. In fact, I was going for 2 hours 55 minutes. In truth, actually, I was going for just under 2 hours 55, 2 hours 54. But I came in 2 hours 55, which is fine. I'm very happy with that. So yeah, 2:55, Leifon, for my marathon results. Oh no, and Jason has come back from Paris with man flu. Rubbish for Easter, yeah. So Victoria is not very well. Jason is not very well. Tina is not very well. Heather is not very well. Marcus was not feeling well before the run. Sarah Jacobson was not feeling well before the run. Everyone's ill. Apart from me, I feel fine. I'm alright. But now that you've all said that, I'm starting to feel unwell. I don't know. I'm not sure whether this is psychosomatic or not. I'm starting to feel ill. Half an hour done, by the way, with just over 2k left of our Tour of Watopia run. Stage 255, sorry. Stage 255 of the Tour of Watopia here on Zwift, live on the Zwift Run channel and on the Film My Run Facebook page. Oh no, it's not on the Film My Run Facebook page, is it? I forgot to do it, I think. Heather says, Stephen, you were running so fast the virus couldn't catch you. Yeah, the problem is I'm sleeping in a bed next to somebody with the virus. It'd be quite easy for her to send it over to me quite quickly. That's the thing I'm worried about. So I'm hopeful I won't get ill, but you just don't know, do you? With everybody else feeling a little unwell, it's probably likely to happen at some stage. Tina says her husband hasn't caught her illness, so that's encouraging. Jason Mitchell needs to get back out training for the Ultra Trail Snowdonia, but no chance at the moment the way he's feeling. Christoph says, what is happening on these events to get infected and come back home with the virus? Well, yeah, exactly. I don't know what's been going on. Whatever was going on, I had no knowledge of. But there must have been something happening between that lot for all of them to get ill. And not me. Was I left out of something? Was something going on and I was left out of it? The thing is, Marcus and Sarah can't respond because they're busy doing other things at the moment. I'm sure Marcus would know. Sarah would never tell, of course. Victoria is currently eating a very hot Indian meal, a balti. She's hoping to burn the virus out. Yeah, and I do have a chicken vindaloo ready for me when I finish this run in 2 kilometres. So it is, chicken vindaloo night tonight, which is good. Victoria says you can sleep in the shed, and Paul Hayward says next to your medals. I haven't actually hung my new Paris Marathon medal up there yet, so I will do. Won't be long, and it'll be up there. 5k done, 1.8 kilometres left to run. We are running through the volcano at the moment. And Tina has done her 5k. Well done, Tina. Rest up. So Tina's done her 5k, good job. Happy with her double XP so far. I'm on level 29, I think I'm about halfway through by the looks of things. Of course, Clive Finnemore is already well into level 30 and is now banking XP again. Jason says, despite catching French marathon flu, it was a fantastic few days and he's very happy with his run. Yeah, well done, Jason. Good job. Even though I mistook you for Adrian Mutzers at one point. Adrian, I have to admit, I got you confused with Jason Mitchell in Paris and said that he was the ultra running British champion. I think Adrian is still running. Yeah, I got myself all confused, Adrian. And I said that Jason Mitchell was the British ultra running champion. All right, Sarah's just got back from dinner. She said, what did I miss? Sarah, where are you? Still in Brussels? Everyone is sick. Yes, except for me, Sarah. That's what's gone on. Jason Mitchell is sick. Tina Beard is sick. Victoria is sick. Marcus and you were not very well before the run. Heather is sick. Heather, is Sebastian not very well as well? Everyone is sick apart from me. So now I'm feeling psychosomatically sick. I'm not sure whether I'm well or not. I mean, I feel okay, but surely being around you lot. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I'm now thinking something's gone on that I wasn't invited to, because Christoph can't understand why everyone else is sick apart from me. I reckon you've all been meeting up and doing something to get sick without my knowledge, and I've not been invited to something. Right, Sarah is still in Brussels. They are going to Amsterdam tomorrow. Or Sarah's going to Amsterdam tomorrow while the boys go to watch their bike race. Victoria says we're all sick of Stephen. Sebastian isn't sick, says Heather. He obviously didn't push hard enough either. Oh, that is below the belt, Heather. Heather is now saying that her husband, Sebastian, didn't work hard enough in the marathon because he's not sick. And that is also a side swipe at me, because I got told off because I apparently didn't work hard enough in the first half of my marathon. I've already been told off by my coach. I haven't actually got a coach, but my friend Stu, who has kind of become my coach for the last 5 weeks, told me off after the marathon to say I didn't work hard enough in the first half. Yes, Sarah Jacobson could well have been patient zero. That's what we now have all come to the conclusion about. Tina has been sick for 3 weeks, so maybe Tina is patient zero, and she transmitted it through the live stream to everybody. Right, so Sarah Jacobson, last minute decision to go to Amsterdam, but she's excited about it. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful city. If you've not been, Sarah, well worth going. Just don't get too stoned in the cafes. Remember, the rule about Amsterdam is if you go to what's called a coffee shop in Amsterdam, it's not really a coffee shop. You need to go to a cafe to get coffee, A coffee shop is something entirely different. Leafon is also fine. He doesn't have a cough or a runny nose, so Leafon's okay. Okay, Sebastian, I did not cheat for Pinch Punch. I legitimately did Pinch Punch on the 1st of April over the phone to my wife, and I won April. It is now 3-1 to me. So I won January, February and April. Victoria has won March. There are no question marks about this. It is in the rule book that telephone Pinch Punch is perfectly acceptable. Alright, Christoph is just confirming, actually, in a coffee shop in Amsterdam, you can actually get coffee, but it's mostly the other stuff. Victoria is adamant that April is null and void. It is not. It is not null and void. Telephone Pinch Punch is perfectly acceptable. And I think you've done Pinch Punch to me over text before. So if that counts, then so does over the phone. I'm sure you've done Pinch Punch via text. Definitely. Sebastian says it's not allowed by phone call. Who makes the rules here? It is allowed. I'm saying right here and now, Pinch Punch is allowed over the phone. Sarah Jacobson has just noticed that I've decorated the live stream titles with 255. Took your time, Sarah. I thought rather than go on and on about it, I'd just kind of plaster it all over the titles. Paul Hayward also feels great. So Paul Hayward, me and Leafon are absolutely fine. Thank you very much. Nothing wrong with us. We're all well. .600 metres to go of Tour of Watopia, stage 255, 255. And that is the last stage. So stage 255 is the last stage of Tour of Watopia, and then we'll move on to something else. I don't know what's next on the calendar in Zwift. Oh yes, another thing to mention for those people that did do Paris. So Olaf, Jason, Sebastian, and Heather, Sebastian, Sarah. I am going to write a blog article for Zwift to go on the main Zwift website. If you have any little stories, any little observations that you would like to make, send them to me and I can quote them in the blog. That would be really nice to have little quotes from each of you. It can be about the training sessions, or it can be about the marathon itself, because what Zwift like, and I've said this before, is links between real life running and running on Zwift. So it's important for us to link together the fact that we trained on Zwift for 3 months leading up to our in real life meetup at the Paris Marathon. So if you've got any little quotations that you would like me to include in the blog, little observations, little thoughts, things that you want to say about the training sessions or the Paris Marathon itself, the whole experience of it, then pop it in a little message to me and I will include it in my blog write-up. Sebastian thinks he should change his name to Robert because it's getting confusing having two Sebastians. Well, right, it's quite easy, Seb. So you are Sebastian from Berlin with an A. Heather's husband is Sebastien from France or from Scotland with an E. Sebastian. That's unfair to Sebastien to call him the real Sebastian. Tina Beard says, happy Easter, everyone. I'm off now. See you soon. Tina, been an absolute pleasure and a joy. Take care. We'll see you in the week. Happy Easter. Have a great weekend. Clive Finmore says, have a good Easter weekend. Yes, have a great weekend, everyone. Happy Easter. See you all next week. Jason Mitchell's just saying, yeah, he also... Oh, yeah, it was Jason. It was Jason that missed the pyramid. So not only myself running past the Louvre pyramid, but Jason missed it as well. We were just too in the zone, Jason. We were too in the zone running our own race to concentrate on looking at the sights. Victoria says happy Easter. Jason says happy Easter. Christoph, happy Easter. Great weekend to you all. And we are coming to the end of this year's Tour of Watopia. And we've done stage 1, stage 255, stage 3 and stage 4. And just finishing up stage 255. Well done, everyone. Congratulations. Sarah always forgets about Easter. How could you forget about the chocolate, Sarah? That is very surprising. You have unlocked the Tour of Watopia kit. Fantastic. So, Tour of Watopia kit is unlocked. Sebastian says, well done, everyone. Good luck, Clive, on destroying everything. I think he means chocolate. Christoph says, great running all. Well done all, says Victoria. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Go and have a great Easter weekend. Enjoy your Saturday and Sunday and Monday. I don't know, wherever you are in the world. So in the UK, today has been a public holiday. We call it a bank holiday here. So we've had a bank holiday here today, and we have another one on Monday. I know that not everywhere in the States does a public holiday on Good Friday. Well, I know for a fact that 11 states do. I don't know what those 11 states are, but of the 52 states, 11 have this as a public holiday and the rest do not. So happy Good Friday if you have a bank holiday today, and enjoy Monday, Easter Monday as well. I think most people have a bank holiday on Easter Monday. I will be running... I'll probably do something on Monday. Isn't it 11 states? 11 states have a bank holiday on... Oh, you're asking... Oh, now, hang on. 52? Is it 53? I don't know. How many states have you got in the States? 53, is it? 54? 55? 100 states? 60 states? It's 50-something, isn't it? Do you count Hawaii? Are you still trying to count Hawaii and Alaska, are you? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You'll be claiming the Falkland Islands next. 50? I thought it was 52. Is it only 50 states? What are the other two that I think exist then? Sarah Jacobson says America only has 50 states. I don't believe you. I'm sure there are 52. I think you're wrong. Go back to school. 52 states, isn't it? America has. Come on. You count Alaska and Hawaii. Have you forgotten about those? Or are you now... what else are you counting? You're not... The UK is not an American state, Sarah. Right, apparently Hawaii and Alaska are included in the 50. Right, well, I'm sure there's 52, but the UK is not one of them. You can't have the UK or Ireland. Ireland isn't a US state either. So maybe you're right then. Maybe in the 52 people are including the... Yeah, sub 255. Isn't it 255? Isn't it 255 states? That's how many states there are in America. Right, Sarah, enjoy Amsterdam. I did say, by the way, in all sincerity, earlier on, how lovely it was to meet you guys again. You and Marcus again, but everyone else, Emily and Ian, Jason, of course, I met before, but Heather and Sebastian as well, and Olaf and Jeremy, all the people that I hadn't yet met. Great to meet everybody, and lovely to meet you guys again as well. And I'm sure we will meet again at some point in the future. Definitely, well, without doubt. I know Marcus is coming over to the UK again soon. Yeah, Sarah Jacobson says it was great to see everyone. Victoria is also my hero, apparently. So Victoria and Sarah ran round Paris together. Basically, Sarah thinks that Victoria dragged her round. Victoria thinks that both of them basically just spent the entire time eating ginger cake and looking at the sights and having a right old jolly time. Sarah would probably disagree with that, because I know Sarah said she wasn't happy at a number of points during the race. But it was a great weekend, and we really enjoyed it. And thank you very much for making it what it was, everyone. Right, look, enough soppiness, enough stupidity. I am going for a shower, and then I'm going to eat chicken vindaloo. So we'll see you all. We'll see you all after the weekend, after Easter. I'll probably run on Zwift on Monday, I think. So thanks you very much for joining in the chat. Well done if you ran in game. We will see you all on Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye bye. Victoria says Sarah was awesome. She was. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.